Welcome back. Mind Burgess.
Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me?
Let's see what Dragon Deceit is. Last week we've got some really strong Vaadwaur, so let's see what we're doing this week.
We know there's something going on with the Vaadwaur and the Cartella system, but we haven't been able to get any ships close enough to determine what that is. I think you'll have better luck. The area doesn't have a lot of resources, but there's enough Vaadwaur ship traffic in the area to indicate a major base. But they're guarding it so closely that it could have something to do with their sudden jump in power. Given the aggressive nature of the Vaadwaur, getting close enough to investigate without attracting their attention will be difficult. We've made contact with a Hazari bounty hunter in possession of equipment that should allow you to approach and infiltrate their base.
Okay, let's get going. And we get a bit of armor for this one, and it's pretty decent. Not really super decent, but it's nice stuffy armor, and it means you don't get as much aggro. So let's get going.
Hello. Would you have...
And let's head to the transporter pad. We've added the Cartella system. Our orders to rendezvous Vaadwaur Tuvac. It will give us further instructions. He probably is better, somewhat more clandestine maneuvers. Oh, there's Tuvac. Dead ahead. Actually, not. Tuvac.
Greetings. It is agreeable to work with you again. The Vaadwaur have greatly expanded their reach since Voyager first encountered them. Their military capabilities have developed at a rate that Starfleet Command finds troubling.
Yeah, we do. We also find it very troubling.
An additional concern is that some leaders of the Vaadwaur supremacy have developed unusual physical characteristics. These individuals exhibit strength and resilience far beyond the norm for their species. The crew of the Deceit has shared their data of your previous encounter with one of the enhanced Vaadwaur with the Alliance. We have used it to devise several modifications to our weapons that may counteract their ability to reflect a portion of energy directed at them. I have provided the specifications to your crew, and they have already made the modifications to your weapons. However, these modifications are untested. It is unclear how much effect they will have.
That is some relief, but do you know why these Vaadwaur are different?
Not yet, but we have found a location that may have the answers we seek. Officially, Cartella is a defunct mining colony. However, intercepted messages indicate that the lower levels of the facility are being used by Supremacy leadership for an unknown purpose. Your mission will be to covertly enter the base and gather intelligence on the Vaadwaur. We have made arrangements with Yadren to provide you with equipment you will need to approach the system safely.
Come on, receive Admiral. Let's go find this Yadren fella.
The Hazari will provide a modified holo emitter that should allow you to approach the planet. Holo technology is unfamiliar to the Vaadwaur.
Indeed. No, but I wonder if Zoe got all of it.
If you don't want to blow this whole deal, help me with these Vaadwaur!
Okay, that's not good. Look how looking good. Ellen the bounty hunter.
Thanks for the help, but don't expect a discount. I wouldn't have been in that mess if I hadn't been waiting here for you. I picked up this device called a holo emitter from a big-eared fellow named Quinn. It's programmed to replicate the appearance of a Vaadwaur freighter. I don't know the specifics of this technology, but it works and I'm delivering it. That completes my contract.
If the elementor works, why were the Vaadwaur attacking you?
It was my own fault. I should have activated it before I entered the system, but hooking it into our power supply was more complicated than Quinn said it would be. Modern tech has too many redundancies. Backups for your backups, and none of it matters because emergency power always fails in an emergency. Good luck. I'll wait here in case you make it back.
Thank you, Dren. We'll be back soon. Yeah. Yeah, so that's I've heard quite that before.
Voyager will remain here with Yadren. With your permission, I will beam over to your ship in order to coordinate the mission.
Mission granted, Admiral. Come on board. Right, Admiral's aboard, and let's warp to Cartella Prime.
We have arrived at Cartella Prime. Your engineers have installed the holo emitter, and it is ready to activate at your command. We will need to infiltrate both automated and manual detection measures before we can reach transporter range of the planet.
Better activate the holometer.
Our first task is to bypass the automated security perimeter.
And as you see here, our ship now looks like a Vaadwaur ship. Let's bypass these security systems. Okay. One. Yeah. That's 13, 21. That's 34.
Excellent. Next, we will be challenged by orbital traffic control. Remember that the Vaadwaur are an aggressive species.
Yeah, there's a lot of Vaadwaur up ahead. We would rather not get too close to those ships. Better contact traffic control.
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder may be malfunctioning. Please transmit your ship designation and flight plan.
We don't have time for your bureaucratic nonsense. Continue to obstruct our granted spend rest of your running career on rocks.
You're cleared for docking, sir.
About time.
Now we must avoid detection from the Vaadwaur ships. The holo emitter will be essential.
Okay, that's not good. Rather keep them out of range. Oh dear. Increase the power gain to the secondary actuators. Take us to the Dalek ship. Okay. Okay, that's not good. We failed to fix our ship, and we need to find a Dalek ship. So where's that? Not too far.
Scanning in progress. Scanning in progress.
I can't see where it. Don't tell me. Oof. My God. I'm flying through all this junk. Now we have found a derelict ship. Salvage it.
This should be sufficient to repair the hollow emitter.
Found Germany's rated induction called all emitted back. Okay, that is not particularly brilliant. Now let's beam to the service, and I think Tivet's got some gear in my pack, but I think you'll got to know that he's got some good, decent gear.
The tunnels beneath the planet are protected by a subspace scattering field that our transporters cannot penetrate. I have found a safe location at the edge of this field, but once you beam down, you will need to make your way through the tunnels to the base itself.
I'm ready for transport.
You are just outside of the Vaadwaur security perimeter. I have accessed their internal sensors, so I will provide you with tactical assistance throughout your mission. Be wary. There is a Vaadwaur patrol just ahead in the passage that crosses yours. Nearby, you should see a console. Use it to override the blast doors and trap the patrol.
You can sort to activate the blast doors and get it.
Be sure that the patrol is in the correct position before you activate the console, or this will fail. Logs at the facility indicate it is in poor repair and has suffered several mechanical mishaps. Use this to your advantage. Acts of sabotage that simulate equipment failures should not arouse suspicion.
Acknowledge. Yeah, first burn the wake, that's pretty nice. So let's find the crate. Ooh, that's some great. That grapple gun with quite a few other stuff. And because this is so let's get going. So remember, so we'll be do its beam back. So
I am detecting a Vaadwaur patrol ahead. Maintain your position until they pass.
Nice. To the turn. So, what we're positioning up ahead? I see those doors.
That should keep the patrol occupied.
Yeah. Take a left and
I am detecting another group of Vaadwaur ahead. Access the security camera from the console nearby.
hello, that's me. Okay. Nice.
If you overload that data tower, the Vaadwaur patrol will investigate. Program the door to seal them in.
Very nice. Let's do some distract them and now.
Alert. Conduit malfunction on level 2, section Beta. Engineering teams respond immediately.
Very nice.
Excellent. Proceed cautiously.
That door's now shut.
There is a large drop ahead on your right. You will need a grapple gun to cross it.
There it is. And here it is, so there. Thank goodness I was wearing the usual outfit, taste pants.
You will need to incapacitate all of the Vaadwaur ahead. Insert the anesthetine gas canister I provided you in the environmental control console and alter the air composition.
Very nice. So let's sneak in some sleeping gas.
Alert. Environmental control malfunction on level 2, section Delta 3. Engineering and medical teams, please respond.
Very nice. So let's get moving quick because they're going to be coming up here quickly. And probably in
There is a large drop ahead. You will have to rappel down.
There it is, and oh, that is a drop. Well, I got some gear to help wipe me out. And look at that. And if you ask, yes, I do have some control of this. Okay, very nice. So, underground cabin. We were up there at one point. So we need that area over there looks really nice. So I think we better go down over there.
You need to traverse this cavern without the Vaadwaur seeing you and raising the alarm. To do so, you will need to use your grapple gun, as well as take advantage of anything in the environment.
Indeed.
First, you will need to reach the support platform. Shoot a grapple across and then zipline down.
Eee.
Sneak up behind that guard and incapacitate him.
Sneaky, sneaky. Very breaking that console.
To advance further through the cave, you will need to disable the proximity sensors. That console should allow you to do so.
Okay, let's do some stuff I've got on him. So I don't like our soup on him.
Now zipline to that outcropping.
They're coming over there, right? Oh yes. Do you want to go down?
In order to exit this cavern without detection, you will need a distraction.
Indeed.
We will need to move the Vaadwaur guards below and ahead of you, away from the next support structure. The rocks near you are unstable. Try to trigger a collapse.
Right, so
The way is clear for you to grapple to the next support structure.
nice. Seriously, those really weak. Those were just ready to go when it. Cause I just hit with that.
Make your way across the ledges to the outcropping near the next support structure.
Wrong. And see what it says we're making. Nope. Okay, that's looking more promising. I'll place it over there and what is that? No, it's just this guy. This is
Grapple to the next support structure.
that. Yeah, there it is.
Approach the guard and disable him.
Very careful not to step before I belt him. Sorry, that was too close. I may have been meeting up on Cat Food recently. Well, let's extend this walkway. The guy we're going to have to do at some point.
There are more guards at the other platform. Use your tricorder to reprogram the anti-personnel turrets near them to attack the Vaadwaur targets.
Right, let's see. Don't thought anything weird yet. So let's. Reprogramming the turret.
Attention. Malfunctioning turrets on Level 4, Section Beta 2. Security and engineering teams, report immediately to Level 4.
Things just exploded up there.
The walkway is offline. You will need to grapple across the gap.
Let's get somewhere.
They are aware of your actions. You cannot delay.
Let's get moving.
Sensors are reading something large blocking your route through the cavern. Activate the crane with the nearby controls to move it.
And that's
Not much further. There is another grapple ahead.
Eee. Oh, that's what the
There
crane's
should be
moving.
a place where you can drop down just ahead of your current position.
There it is. Okay.
Now slip quietly out of the cavern before the Vaadwaur see you.
Oh, nice. We caused a fire.
I am detecting some unusual signals coming from below this area. You must reach the bottom of the caverns. I recommend you overload a console to create a diversion, and then trap the Vaadwaur guarding the area in a force field.
English. Okay. There we are. Right. The door's locked, so it won't. There it is, so let's quickly put him in the force field. Nice. See what that is. And let's vote for the lamp. Right, so
Intruder alert! Commander Gallic, please respond.
An intruder? I'll handle this.
let's do some. Okay, is that immune? Or if he is immune, the things we've got helping.
Finally! Gallic? You will pay for killing Gallic! What? What was that thing?
Oh, now I've got out, so let's touch this Vaadwaur.
You saved my life. I don't know why, but I am grateful. What was that thing? It crawled out of the commander. Was it controlling him?
I think so. Have you seen anything like that before?
Never. It's some kind of parasite, isn't it? What do you know?
Well, well, we've got a very good log on this with from Starfleet records from mid-60s about season 1 of Star Trek: The Next Generation. That The new parasites appear to retain the host memory and while also increasing the body strength and resiliences. When one takes over, though, the person that host was is gone forever.
Do you believe other members of the Vaadwaur are infected by these beasts? Could all of our leaders be contaminated?
Yes, and these tunnels may hold information that will help us defeat them.
I know my duty. I cannot allow you to wander freely through our compound, but I can't ignore this either. A temporary truce, then. I will accompany you, and if what you say is true, I must know how many of my people have been taken.
Okay, agreed. Let's follow.
I think it went down that passage over there.
Yeah.
It went down one of the cracks in the rock. We'll have to deactivate that force field to pursue it.
Yeah, let's deactivate it. And with Jack, but it's a good thing I put to that before. There's a cliff. And yeah, sorry about the quality of the camera work, but we're now going towards the bottom. Now down the bottom. Okay. Right.
It appears the creature has already left the area. I would recommend you scan the area with your tricorder. Perhaps it left a hormonal trace you can follow.
Okay, yeah, that I could do. Let's scan the area. Ooh. Thanks to your work. I would have gone left if it wasn't for it. This is what my tricorder
Didn't
could
know
see.
these caves were so extensive. Only the highest leadership is allowed down here.
Yeah. There is more. Yep. Everything's a fucking
How
world.
did the Vaadwaur come into contact with the parasites in the first place? It has been many years since Starfleet encountered them.
I wonder how many of our leaders have been infected. Surely Gallic can't be the only one.
Yeah.
Based on Starfleet's previous encounters with the parasites, you should be extremely cautious. The creatures show remarkable cunning.
Give me an enemy I can confront face to face. This deception sickens me.
They are insidious. These creatures nearly ended the Federation. Although we have had our differences with the Vaadwaur, the Federation do not wish to see any species enslaved.
Oh dear. Yeah, we need to have a chat.
This area has always been off limits. I expected some kind of hive, but this is just a storage room. I see some of our stasis modules, which means there are soldiers who have not been rewoken. But the rest of this? It's just supplies. There's nothing here that will prove what you claim. Perhaps this infection was limited to just one man.
I wouldn't be so sure. Let's look at those containers. Especially one of these by the dog, because they probably look like going up next.
What was that thing?
Wait, did you hear something?
Yeah, I think I did.
Ah, I see you've met my little friends. They want to get to know you better.
What are you? How far has this infestation spread?
You have such a small mind. The joining will help. You will see everything we can be once we are brothers under the skin.
Oh dear. Oof. Oof. Oof.
Viking damage detected.
You think you have bested me? Mere mortals. Pathetic. We will rise again, and you will know our true might.
This ends now. I cannot allow you to spread this infestation.
That's not good, and we've now got to fight it. Not good. That's the queen. Queen's usually a big cranky. And it's not just the queen I'm worried about. Also, those who serve her. Yep. Okay. I think we've got to go all that. But
The Vaadwaur are alerted to your presence. You must leave the facility. But the subspace scattering field is still in effect. Find the controls and disable them.
okay, let's get to this. Disable the scattering field then.
Find the controls to the subspace scattering field and disable them.
Yeah. Should be a console around here somewhere. Ah, there he is. I was working on them. Adrix, time for us to leave.
Although you have helped the Vaadwaur people today, do not believe this makes us friends, or even allies.
Will you come with us?
No, I must remain with my people. Perhaps I will discover more of what's really happening here.
Well, Adrix.
Your activities on the surface have alerted the Vaadwaur to your presence. They are beginning to inspect the starships in orbit. I would recommend returning to the ship immediately.
Okay, one to beam up.
The information you discovered in the base is troubling. While Starfleet knew the neural parasites found on Earth sent a signal to deep space before they were destroyed, we never knew the destination of that signal. It very well may have been the Delta Quadrant. However, contemplating the ramifications of parasites among the Vaadwaur ranks must wait. The fleet protecting this planet has been alerted to our presence. It is only a matter of time before this vessel is discovered.
Go to the edge of the system. Because I don't think we can warp out it from here. Be now by Vaadwaur on screen.
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder codes are invalid. Security vessels are on their way. Please hold position and prepare to be boarded.
One moment.
There is only a 0.008% chance that this ship will survive a direct confrontation. One last act of sabotage may be what is required. I propose we swap transponder codes with another vessel. Given the aggressiveness of the Vaadwaur, there is a 68.4% chance they will turn on one another. We can escape in the confusion.
Okay. Then gosh for the Vaadwaur ships. Okay, there you are. So we need to find a close by ship, swap transporter code, bonder codes. Oops, we just lost. Let's be a bit slower this time. So with the target. Now, up to the edge.
Well, you're alive. I guess that means the holo emitter did its job.
Actually, the holometer malfunctioned and we almost discovered.
But it did work. Contract complete.
Until next time, you Jen.
Excellent work. Now that we know at least some of the Vaadwaur have been taken over by the neuroparasites, we can form an appropriate plan of action. The one Vaadwaur who helped you, Commander Eldex, may be of assistance. It was clear that he was not aware of the corruption. With your permission, I will return to Voyager. There is much still to do before we will see the end of the Vaadwaur threat.
Mission granted to return to the Voyager. Yes, it's Voyager. So where are they? There's Voyager. Remove it.
Thank you again. Live long and prosper.
This on life happened too back. Yeah, well, I think it is time for us to get out of here.
The existence of the neural parasites certainly explains the unusual physical abilities of the Vaadwaur, and perhaps their rapid return to prominence in the sector. You managed to take out 2 of their overseers, but I expect that more of their leadership has been infected. Perhaps this Commander Eldex can persuade more of his people to rebel against the infected Vaadwaur from within. But until then, we'll need to muster our allies and prepare to deal with this threat. We're not just facing the Vaadwaur anymore.
Indeed. And we'll be picking up the stealth operational armor. This is pretty much a very nice... It's not great best armor, as you can see, compared to what I'm currently running. But then I've basically got a very, very powerful endgame gear. But this is a very nice carry thing and to use, and it's really good for not getting the aggro. So you might want to stick this on your medical officer. You can keep you alive. Right.
Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me?
And that's more or less it. Next week we'll be looking into alliances.